What's going on, my brothers? It's your boy King E back again with another banger, bro. Day 7, and as usual, I'm feeling amazing. This is not the same. This is not about the same time that I was on last streak, about the same time that I relapsed, because last streak I was actually on day 25. So that's when I relapsed. So, it was day 10 from a YouTube standpoint, because I started off my YouTube counting. But you guys know the story, man. Feeling very grateful, feeling very blessed to wake up and record another video for you guys. I'm always feeling blessed, man. I'm always thanking God for this beautiful day, and God has been working in my life amazingly, tremendously, in ways I can't explain, man. In ways I cannot explain and I cannot say with words. And everything that God does for me and everything that God does for you guys, like, he does it, but you just can't explain in words. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling so grateful and grounded and very down to earth. I'm feeling like a very good man, or a sweetheart, kind of. Like, it's weird, but that's what this energy has me feeling right now. Like, I don't need nothing. I don't need no validation from outside sources. I don't need no validation from other people. I don't need no validation from females, man. I'm 100% perfectly secure in myself right now. 100% perfectly secure in myself. But this is the type of energy I bring to you guys, so you guys can finally start seeing my attention. And I'm unemployed too. Now, obviously, I don't promote unemployment because some people need to have money to take care of other people. Me personally, I'm in a very good predicament, thanks to the Lord. I'm in a very good spot. I'm still living with my mother, and the money is not really needed right now. So I have all this time, all this free time to work on my creative energy and work on my personal development. So that's what I mean. God is working in my life. He delivered me from that terrible job that I had. You guys might want to, like, if I was to tell you guys, like, the type of job it was, you guys might be like, oh, it's not that bad. I was delivering packages for an underground company called Lasership, where you use your own vehicle. But for me, that job was hell, partly because I knew that's not where I was meant to be. Or let me take that back. I was meant to be there, but I learned my lesson from there. That's the reason I was there. The purpose of me being in that job was so I could learn certain things. That's why God has been, ever since January 2020, God has been working in my life 100%. Everything that I did from that point on, I don't remember the exact date, but I know from that day when I gave my life to Jesus Christ, everything that happened to me after that was meant to happen. Everything I could even argue it's been my whole life has been like that, but definitely from January 2020 till now, God has been working in my life. So God delivered me from that. And the reason why I say that was because I still would have been working in that terrible job had I still had a car and had my registration not been suspended. But because my registration was suspended, I couldn't work there anymore. So, and I would always quit and come back. No, but this time it was for good. I remember when I prayed to the Lord, please, Lord, deliver me from this job. I do not want to be pigeonholed in no regular job. I don't. I know I'm meant for something greater. I know I'm meant for something better than just working a job that anybody can do. Because I know I have something inside me. I know I have a message to spread to the world. And this is why I'm here right now. This is why I started my YouTube again. I started my YouTube 5 years ago. What, 2025? Yeah, I started my YouTube, I think, 4 years ago, around 5 years ago. And while, the message was the same, the core of it was NoFap, but my job was taking so much energy away from me, so I couldn't bring you guys videos daily, and life got overwhelming, and sorry about that. Let me get back to there's a lot of people walking, but yeah, life got so overwhelming that I couldn't bring a video to you guys daily, man. It was a lot of things happening at once, and eventually I quit YouTube. For you guys who know me from 2021, you know what I'm talking about. I probably still have the same subscribers from then, but yeah, eventually I quit YouTube, but I'm back now because I'm telling you, it was meant to be, man. That's how God works in your life in mysterious ways. Man, I remember I used to be working in that job I would leave the warehouse. I would get in the warehouse at 7 a.m., pack and load my van, and then leave the warehouse from 10 a.m. and I would deliver packages from 10:30 a.m. That's when I got to my route all the way to 12 o'clock at night, sometimes 2 o'clock at night, bro, delivering packages in the dark by myself. No help from nobody, no help from my supervisor, no help from the guy who hired me, bro. I was being used. The guy would just use me because he know I was honest. I was an honest man, and I took pride in my work. And that's what, the Bible pushes that. The Bible definitely does push that. So as I became more Christian, I was honest in my work, and I was proud of my work. Not proud of it, but I was grateful for the job that I had, and I was always been grateful. So he knew the type of person I was. And I don't know if he did this subconsciously. He may have done it subconsciously because he's not a terrible person, but he may have done this subconsciously. So he used me to do the hard work, and I would always be doing the hard work. I would always be the one that would be in the routes, driving late night. It would be snowing, like upstate New York. Y'all know how crazy the snow gets. It would be snowing, and I would be working on the snow, bro, walking in the snow with sneakers on. I wouldn't even have boots on, bro. Sometimes boots, but I'll be delivering, and it would be snowing, and my tires were so fucked up that it wasn't meant to drive in the snow, and I'll get stuck multiple times, but it'll be snowing, and I'll still be delivering because I was that good of a person. Like, I took pride in my work, and I was grateful for my job, man. I never, if somebody gave me work, I would complete it, and I would do whatever it takes to complete it, So he knew that from me, so he used that. He took advantage of my character, Maybe he did it subconsciously, I don't know. The point is that all those days were needed. All those days were needed for me to finally learn my lesson and understand that hard work does not make you money. I know that sounds crazy, but hard work does not make you money, man. Because I was working so hard, but I was getting paid like shit. The money that I had, while it was a lot to you guys, would may seem like a lot. I would get paid like $1,500 to $2,000 a week, but half of that money would go to my car so I could continue working. It's an endless cycle. With these jobs. These jobs give you enough money so you can maintain yourself, but they won't give you enough money so you can quit the job. They will give you just enough so you can keep coming back. It's a cycle, man. It's a cycle, and I'm not fully against a 9-to-5, because there are some people who, for some of you guys who are watching and you're happy with your 9-to-5, you're happy with the job that you have. I'm not talking to you guys, man. I was not happy with my 9-to-5. I knew I was meant for something greater. I always knew I was meant for something greater. But there are some people who absolutely hate their 9-to-5s, man. They wake up every morning, every day, and they're not happy with where they're at in life. And if you are one of those people, this video is for you. This video is meant for you, Sorry about that. Yeah, if you are one of those people, man, this video is meant for you. If you hate your job, there's a reason why you hate your job, and that is because God is telling you, look, you're not meant to be here. Now, I know some people are meant to be there. Some people are genuinely happy with working at McDonald's. I know some people like that, man. And I know some people who there are others who are not happy with their jobs, and they still stay there for years because they're scared to take action in what they want in life. They're scared to ultimately, they don't have faith in themselves. They don't believe in themselves. They're scared to start that YouTube channel, They're scared to start that sales job. They're scared of how they will look to others, They're scared to make that step, that leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? So many people there's a lot of people in this world that are like that. And so people stay in jobs that they hate, for years, man, eventually, until they accept that they're going to be there for the rest of their lives, and they start liking it. You know what I'm saying? So some people are meant to be there, but if you are one of those guys who know what's up with the system of 9-to-5s and everything like that, because 9-to-5s are needed, man. You need people to deliver your packages. You need people to flip the burgers. You know what I'm saying? You need people to deliver the post meal. You know what I'm saying? You need people like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you are one of these people, man, if you are one of these people who do not like where they're at, you're not supposed to be there, bro. There's a reason why you don't like where you at, man. And I hope this video will open your eyes and sort of give you a spark or some sort of motivation, and to tell you guys, look, man, take action now with whatever dream you have. If you have a dream of starting that business, if you have a dream of starting a YouTube, just like me, I'm starting it right now. I don't care what people say. I don't care about my friends. If they look at me and they watch this video and they're like, oh, this guy's a goofy. I don't care. I don't care about that. I just started it and I'm taking this leap of faith. But yeah, if you're one of those guys who have dreams, who have big aspirations, I say, bro, start planning for that, bro. Start your YouTube channel. Even if you're working a 9-to-5, start it right now. Start it right away. Don't worry about that, man. Who cares, bro? Start it right away. And the money that you get from your job, start planning to use that as a tool so you can buy assets to build your marketing, to build your business. So for example, like one paycheck, use a paycheck to buy a better camera. You know what I'm saying? Use your money as a tool, you know? So eventually you could get out of that 9-to-5. You know, like I said, I'm not against 9-to-5. There are people who are meant to be there. I say, you know, if you're young, like if you're 18, I look at it like this. 9-to-5s are meant for people who are just starting the workforce, you know, there's people out there who stay there who, for example, they get hired in McDonald's when they're 18 and they stay there until they're 45. Like, nah, that's not cool. I don't, you know, that's not cool at all. You shouldn't be doing that. But, you know, if you're just starting to work, you know, and you start at McDonald's, there's nothing wrong. Everybody has to start somewhere, you know, and that's the cycle of life. Like, it should be the young people going to these terrible jobs because it's easy jobs. These are easy things that anybody can do, you know. It should be the young people who are starting the workforce, working in regular jobs, flipping the burgers, delivering the packages, and then they use that money to ultimately become what they want to be. Yeah, anybody can do those jobs. 9-to-5 are jobs for people who don't even have to speak English, you know. It's a lot of jobs like that, you know, that anybody can do. But I know I'm meant for something greater, you know. Not everybody can speak on the camera, you know. Not everybody can sell a car or sell a product, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody can do that. You know, it takes talent. It takes, you know. But also, I would like to push this, you know, to some of you guys who feel like you are not ready. Also, you're not ready to start that YouTube channel, or you're not ready to start that business. That's cap, man. That is cap. If you have that vision, God gave you that vision for a reason. And if you have this vision, you have everything that you need inside. So I'm speaking to people who have that vision. You know, it's a difference when people, you know, they want to be YouTubers or they want to start their business just because they feel like they just want to do it for the money, or they just want to do it because they want to be seen, or they don't want to be seen as a delivery driver, or, you know, I keep getting distracted. There's so many people walking by. It's NYC, baby. But yeah, my bad. Let me finish my point. What I was saying. Oh yeah, there's so many people, right, that feel that they start certain things for the wrong reasons. Like, for example, like, oh, it's egotistical, or they don't want to start a business because they want to start a business not because they actually have a good product that'll help people, but because they don't want to be seen as a delivery driver or something like that. Like, it's egotistical, it's vain. You know, if you have that reasoning, you know, it's not wrong to feel that way, but also I suggest don't start anything because of that reason. You know, if you honestly have a vision, if you have a dream, like I'm talking about, it has to be a genuine dream. Like, you know that for some reason you can speak on the camera and you can bring value to the world, and you have a product that you can that'll serve people and you can actually sell. It'll help people. That's the difference. If you have that vision, bro, God gave you that vision for a reason. You don't need to consume anything else. Not even videos of me, not even videos of mine, not even countless YouTube videos telling you how to start YouTube or reading books. You don't need to do nothing. You have everything inside you. You have all you need, man. Start it. You don't got to prepare for nothing, bro. Just start it, bro. Nobody cares, man. Start it. And that's what I chose to do with this YouTube channel. You know, I fell into that mindset too. Like, I was actually going to start this YouTube channel again, like, next year for a certain reason. But I was like, you know what? Let me just document my life. Let me just improve while people watch me improve. And with that, it'll bring value, because you guys will get to see it all, the struggles, the growth, the self-improvement, everything. You'll get to see it all, and you guys will get to see what it actually takes to succeed. So, you know, I've always wanted to do YouTube, bro, especially NoFap, bro. I've always wanted to talk about NoFap, and part of it was because I've seen so many NoFap YouTube channels, and you know, I've studied these guys, and it just, like, my niche is this is my niche, you know. This is just my niche, you know. I've always been interested in this. I've always wanted to talk on the camera, so, you know, I'm just grateful to God that, you know, he put me in this position. I would have never started, if I was still working in that job, I would have never started a YouTube channel, would have never started it again, meaning, that's what I meant. But yeah, man, you guys gotta, that's what I said. That's why I said last video, man, seek God. First, turn to God. You know, if you're not happy with your life, turn to God. You know, look to him for guidance, and your life will 100% change, man. Pray to him, connect to him deeply, and he'll reveal certain things to you. If you guys want to find your purpose, if you guys, for example, have if you guys are deeply wanting to find your purpose, you have that want for a reason. Like, God put that in you. So what it takes is for you to connect to God, talk to him, and ask him what your purpose is, and, you know, think about it. You know, think about the things that you like to do, or think about the value that you feel like you have to bring to the world, and you guys will find your purpose, you know. So that's why you guys got to see God. But anyways, man, day 6, yeah, man, day 7, my bad, I'm done. That's all I got for you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Stay blessed, stay safe, peace.